Hey there, welcome to the Flat Out Truth. I'm Paulino B Michael. So welcome to our Tuesday show. We had our theme show yesterday, so everything will be spun off that a little bit. But today is a great show. We'll see if there's any questions or anybody that wants to do the thing after we announce what it is, I guess. So let me bring the clicker of all buttons, Chelsey B Michael, my wonderful helpmate. Here she is. That's a short one.
Hi guys, I'm Chelsey B Michael. Welcome to the Flat Out Truth. As always, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, tap if you're on TikTok. Help spread the Flat Out Truth.
Sweet. Yeah, so we have our great theme for today. I mean, our great show based on the theme, kinda, right?
Yeah.
So just a lot of stuff that I've been seeing, man. Yeah.
I wonder if
You can't handle the truth, you know what I mean? Uh-oh. Can you guys hear that? I don't know.
I think my TikTok's in the background going. I'm like, my bad.
But you can handle the truth. Yes, that is what it's called. You can't handle the truth. Change my pride. So if there's anything you guys want to talk about, once we get up here, I'll just say some things that, yeah, like just because you believe in a biblical cosmology or FE does not mean you're a good person. Change my pride. That was one right there. Do you guys agree? Can you guys change my pride on that? Just because you believe in a certain topic does not make you a good person. It just doesn't. So there's one. Change my pride, right?
Yeah.
So we'll bring that up, but I want to play this song here real quick, but we'll be talking about this soon.
Boy, you better learn your play. Small town fear in a small town faith. They said dreams don't work like that. Stay in line, don't talk back. But I got gasoline in my van.
But we can talk while it's going.
Okay.
Yeah, just listen.
This is the new one you found?
Oh yeah.
What's it called?
They said I couldn't do that. They said I couldn't do it. So I did it.
Broke the frame and ripped it.
Do you know who it's by?
Broken Trails.
Just spit my name. They said I thought I went higher. They said calm down.
There we go. Posting for everybody in the chat so you can find the song.
That's on you. I got nothing to prove.
That's right.
I couldn't do it, so I did it. Small minds talking small rooms. Letting the fear take up the room. Shrink what they don't get. Project the change like it's my dead. They see the world through cracked glass. For average fear first class. But I'm starving for something more. Kick that out right.
Fire, man.
Yeah, this is a good one.
Don't hand me a tiny crown.
Don't hand me a tiny crown.
You scared to take the lead. Don't drag your fear into my speed. They said I couldn't do it, so I did it. Took that box and straight up split it.
That's funny.
Every laugh.
Don't put me in a box.
No.
I stop boxers.
You didn't raise the dead. If you can't see past your view, that ain't my case, that's you. They said I couldn't do it, so I did it. Don't try to infect me with the small.
I love this part.
I don't breathe in fear conditions. You call it crazy, I call it fate. You hesitate, I dominate. You measure life in inches. I measure mine in miles. Instead of storms and ditches, I don't stop. Keep your limit, keep your fear. I don't breathe your atmosphere. I don't shrink, I expand. Build the man your cities on. So I
You know so funny. You know so funny. Yeah, that's a good one. Oh, I like this one too, but we can play some background. Dude, I came up with another one too, actually.
Another what?
Another song.
Maybe. Oh, you came up with another song today?
Yeah, I didn't write it yet though, but I already know what's coming.
What's it about?
You can keep it. It's almost kind of like what he was saying.
You can keep it?
Yeah. You can keep your doubt, right?
Yeah?
Yeah, it's like you can keep anything. It's going to be like, I'm just going to round it off. You can keep it. You can keep it.
All right.
So you guys heard it here first. Like, yeah, it's going to come out. That's going to be another one that's going to come out. But after I get these other ones out,
Yes.
it shot up, man. It's like, yeah, you can keep it.
Said I reached too far. And you caught my line
I like it.
like you
Yeah.
Because I know, well, I mean, you may not know what genre it's in yet. Because I know you've been feeling the dark country, but we
Yeah.
don't know. Have you figured out if you have a dark country song yet?
but never shows.
Not yet. And that's why I actually put the beats down.
Ah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
I think one of the seven's got to be.
So we're at 13K. So if
yeah.
anybody wants to come up, again, I'll put...
We can do it like it's not just change my
Oh,
pride.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
everybody. You know what I mean? So like anybody that has something, we can talk it out.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I said, I mean, just because you're like one of the first ones I'll talk about is like just because you're a truther does not mean that you're a good person, or a said truther, or a biblical cosmology, or an FE person, or a constitutionalist, or a Christian does not mean you're a good person. Change my pride.
Can't agree.
Yeah, just because you say just because you're something in a topic does not mean that.
Exactly, dude.
It just doesn't. You can be good and bad in all cultures, all skin tones, all creeds, right?
Yeah.
And all topics. Just because you say you're XYZ does not make you a good person.
Appreciate the energy.
And that one was for my haters.
That one's for your haters.
Yeah, that's what he said.
True.
Oh, hear that?
What's this one?
Itself is a demonic spirit that's
Convict.
Oh,
in the dark.
People are scared to talk about this topic right now.
It's the eviction notice.
The eviction notice, right? You've been served.
Spirit of death. Spirit of blindness. Spirit of dumb and deaf. Spirit of heaven.
Feeling this right.
Spirit of
Yeah.
haughtiness.
Antichrist,
Spirit
man.
of divination. Spirit of heaven is coming.
Come out.
Jesus, bow down to the one who frees us. Break down for the one who's lost and the one who needs. In the name of the Father, in the name of the Son, and the Holy Spirit, you're the only one. We declare and decree that
It's fire though when he does. There's this one part in there when it echoes. It's pretty sweet because he's not that good. I'm gonna be honest with you. The lyrics are sweet. The beat is good. The concept's amazing, isn't it, babe?
yeah.
There's a part where he's like,
His
"Come out!" It's like,
Singing, rapping.
"Come
is-
out!" It's sweet, dude. Yeah, but it does what it is. All right, guys. Hey, welcome to the Flat Out Truth. Change my pride. So who's gonna challenge me? Just because you're at XYZ doesn't make you a good person. Anybody? You guys are not going to be agreeable, but yeah. Just because you have an understanding of what the truth cosmology is does not make you a good person. It doesn't make you a truth seeker too, you know, right? Because a lot of people think that too. They always say, "Oh, I'm a truth seeker. I believe XYZ, or I know XYZ. The Earth is XYZ." Does not make you a truth seeker because that's all you talk about. There's more than just that. Truth seeker means you're seeking truth in all things. Change my pride. Am I wrong? Anybody, somebody throw me a donut. Well, not on here. You can throw a donut if you want, but you know what I mean. They're kind of expensive. Are they 15 or 30? I think they're 30. 30 cents.
Wait, somebody said donut.
But yeah, it's like a really interesting one today. I mean, I don't know. It's like I've been told to like kind of stir the pot a little bit. That's why I did the one yesterday, and I thought it was going to be a great concept. It was all right. It wasn't one of our best shows. I'm gonna be honest with you. We needed more challenging people, I think. You know, and yeah.
Oppositional.
Yeah, you know what's funny? It's like I was on Kenneth's live, and he noticed that, you know, like certain people runs through when I'm there, but it's everywhere I go. I can go to freaking Bobby's World, which has nothing to do with some of these other people, and they'll shoot up. Doop, doop, doop.
Where's Paulino?
Yeah, it's weird. Yeah.
It just says that you're live. It doesn't say that you're live on your own live. It just says
you're live. Yeah. Oh, I follow him. I follow him too. I'm guilty.
Yeah, a lot of people follow me, but I think it's funny. It's like, well, you know, whatever. But then they tell everybody I'm following them. I like how I can follow. You know what? Maybe I am a psychic. I can follow you from in front of you. I know where you're going to be, so I go there first, and then you happen to come in after. I'm like, oh, they're about to go to XYZ, and I jump in, and then like 10, 15, 30 seconds later.
Your shenanigans.
Hey, I made enchiladas today. Anyway, that's a
It's
subject.
amazing.
Oh,
They taste amazing.
Wait, who took a picture of it? You took a picture of it?
Maybe.
Oh, that's right.
They taste better if you're not feeding four people at the same time.
Or you're like running late, scarfing it down. But yeah, it's like it's really
to
weird.
get it eaten before it's time for the live.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And then, you know, somebody always has to go potty right before. Doesn't matter what time we change it to, man.
I'm so proud of him. He's going potty. He's so successful.
Yes.
So good.
Kid.
Potty
Okay.
training children is hard. Change my pride.
I agree.
Especially when they keep going.
Oh, shoot.
All right, I can take my hood down. Anyway, so yeah, it's just really interesting though. Like all these things that are going on, and man, I found a guy, man, and he, I do like this guy. He's a pastor, and I've liked a lot of his stuff. A lot of stuff he's talking about is the same stuff I talk about. He does it in a different way. He's, you know, it's funny. He's pretty blunt, but I still see him being nicer than me. It's kind of weird. Do you agree with that, babe?
He seems nicer than you.
Yeah, he still seems nicer than me, which isn't bad. I know, because I'm like,
the way he delivers it, maybe? No, it can't be.
I don't know. It's just different.
It's just different. I was gonna say I don't see him as any nicer than you. It's just different.
He's a little nicer than me. That's why he comes off nicer. I'm saying, like, he's like, I like that shock. I like to offend. I like the division. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because like the funny thing is that it's not even the ironic thing to me is that it's not even like you said you come to a thing and come to divide, but most of the time it's just asking questions. Like 9 times out of 10, it's just you ask a question.
You know what's so funny?
And they haven't thought of it.
Because it's not me.
True.
Right? It's the truth that divides them. I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
And it's basically like, I mean, I should find that and play it. Maybe we can hear it.
Yeah.
Will we be able to hear that?
Yeah, if we put it up to the mic, we should be able to. If we can't.
Let me see. I sent it to you.
Did we try it on this thing?
Yeah, it didn't work
out.
It worked better when I just played it through the mic.
I'll do some more. I think, well, all the setup's good, so now I can test audio next.
Yeah, we got so much stuff.
I got all the sharing stuff working except for the audio to TikTok.
I know, because I know some, who else seen it? You seen it, and I think Joanne watched it.
Yes.
So.
Are you trying to say that you don't see color and God doesn't see color? No, you celebrate color. You celebrate color. See, I've asked my congregation this several times. I said, y'all, be honest with me. I said, don't you enjoy going to something when it's a whole bunch of different races in the room? All of the hands go up. Mm-hmm. Something different about a wedding reception where everybody's there as different races, but they all dancing together. Truth be told, everybody loves other cultures. Oh, you got a few racist people. You got racist whites. You got racist Chinese. You got some racist Pakistani Indians. And they don't like to say this. They like to try to
love you, TikTok.
You got some racist black people. Yes.
Like this is on TikTok.
And some of them, some blacks are racist because of what has been done to their forefathers and their grandmothers. But the Bible says you got to let that go. You got to forgive. See, they don't want to do that. They want to blame everything. Okay, these two guys used to cut my grass. 2 brothers, Alabama boys, white brothers. And they told me one time, they said, man, we went to cut this neighbor's grass and get your white cracker behinds off of my grass. I ain't letting no white cracker cut my grass. And I'm like, okay, well, there it is, bam. Okay, but then you try to make it seem like that's a different level of racism. No, it's all hatred. But see, again, and I know sinners are not going to like this, but I expect them to be dumb. What I don't expect is Christians to be dumb. Most Christians do not obey their king.
Hear that? They don't obey the
They
king.
obey their mama and them.
Yep.
And Uncle Willie, who'd been drinking alcohol for 30 years and think he an expert on world affairs. That's who they listen to. Listen. We gonna both be in jail. That's what we gonna in third year, be incarcerated, preaching the gospel from Al Quentin, whatever that jail place he thought. Yeah, but see, now you know why Jesus stayed in trouble. I mean, I want you to think about this for a second. Jesus did not preach weakness. He preached like this. That's why the first day of his ministry did that. I want you to think about this. The religious leaders tried to throw Jesus off of a cliff the first day of his ministry.
That's right.
Because that's how violent he was with his words.
That's
he
me.
Kept them dudes angry. He kept them upset. Straight up. And then every once in a while, he say stuff like, I am from above. Yeah, you are from beneath. Yeah, you're not supposed to be talking to them like that. Jesus was crazy. And he constantly called people out their names. I can't remember, was it Matthew 23, 24, 25? Well, the whole chapter is Jesus calling the religious people out of their name. The whole chapter. He called them snakes. He talked about their mama and them. He called them caskets that look beautiful on the outside, full of dead people on the inside. He went off, called them out their name, called them fools, called them idiots, and then he put the icing on the cake by saying, now that I've said this, you tell me how you're going to escape hell. You're not supposed to be doing this. Jesus didn't care. He do stuff like they said, we got a question. He said, well, wait, before I answer yours, I got a question. And they go talk to the side. They said, we can't answer it. He said, I can't answer yours. And then he walked off. The Jesus on TV is not the Jesus in the scripture. It's just not. Just like the angels. I always tell people, them little punk angels at Walmart holding up their hearts and like that. That is not. Every time somebody got visited by an angel in the scripture, what's the first thing the angel said? Fear not. Because they are so fiery looking. Especially that one in Daniel chapter 10.
Yep.
But see, we don't even describe angels right. You go to Walmart, them little punk angels. Can't even tell if they male or female with a little heart. I'm sorry. I never heard. That's what I was thinking about is a new one. What do you say? Punk angels is a new one. And love, man. Those are not. I'm sure the angels are offended. Yeah. That dude that showed up in Daniel chapter 10, it put Daniel in a coma when he spoke. It says his whole body was like a chiseled diamond and his eyes glowed. The closest thing you can get to is Optimus Prime with the Transformers. And it says his feet. Wow, he had just come out of a 21-day war with a whole demonic army. Or locked down a whole demonic army by himself. What does that even look like? See, those are hints. That's the last thing. I mean, we got a question, that's fine. But see, this is the type of stuff the church doesn't know. Daniel asked God about a question that did not even apply to him. He asked God a question about the end of all time. He asked the question and a war started. God sent the angel to answer Daniel's question, and he was met by a demonic army that held him down for 21 days. He only got through because Michael, the archangel, came and helped him through. He gave Daniel the message. He said, now I got to go back and fight. He said, but the prince of Persia with that army has called for reinforcements. The prince of Grecia is coming. Now we got to fight two armies at the same time. That was a hint about the constant spiritual warfare. Now, if it was that much spiritual warfare over getting an answer that did not apply to you, what type of spiritual warfare has locked down the church so that they don't get souls saved and talk about race? Well, the truth be told, whether you black or white, you just want a chance.
Yeah, that was a really good clip.
Yep. Just want a chance.
Yeah, I admit too. He.
Hold on.
Oh,
I help all men.
Sorry.
Because I'm called to help all men, not black men. Show me that in the Bible.
Yep.
What I say in the one, I say in all. So you're telling me Jesus is wrong? Oedipo says, he said, black is not synonymous with lack. White is not synonymous with wealth. The same God is rich unto all who call upon his name. That's what the scripture says.
Yep.
So when it comes to a black man, I teach him how to call upon his father's name, not identify with the fathers of the past. Because the truth be told, your parents didn't even create you. They created your body. God put you in the body.
Fire.
So what are you trying to say? Are you trying to say that?
Fire. That's all I got to say, man.
yeah.
Change my pride. That's what I'm saying. It's like these people do not understand what's going on.
Yeah. They don't because they don't read the book.
They don't read it.
Because they don't read the book.
They just don't. They don't read the text at all. That's what I'm saying. It's like it isn't. It's not a race thing, man. I keep telling you. They just only. You want to say race? There's only the human race. Everything else is color, and it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Were you the one that sent me that today?
What?
Probably were.
Me?
Why you think I said I hate color?
Well, I don't know why you hate color, but I mean, color is a beautiful thing.
No, you know
But do we know really for a fact what you mean?
No, we don't. See? We don't know what you mean. But now I know you. I mean, I know what you mean because I know you, but we wouldn't know what you mean if we didn't know you. But yeah, it's just very interesting though. Like you said, there's nowhere in the biblical text where it tells you to save a certain color of a person.
No. Nowhere.
And like I said, man, I keep saying this. Yeshua, Jesus was the biggest, smartest, best smart ass of all time.
Yeah.
He was here not to be liked because he spoke the truth. That's me. That's me. I'm not the Messiah, but I'm supposed to try to be like him. Why is it that we're all supposed to be trying to act like the Messiah and walk in his footsteps and be more like the Messiah? And then when you are, they go, oh, he thinks he's Jesus. No, I'm supposed to be and walk like Jesus. I never said I was Jesus. I'm just trying to follow in his footsteps the best I can. And I'm not even near it because I'm never going to be as perfect as he was. So it's just funny. I come to offend. I really do. And we were talking about that yesterday in the division thing. It's like you have to divide to make it more pure. You can't have a whole bunch of gray around if you're just trying to go black and white. You can't have a bunch of gray in the middle. You just can't. That's why he's like, well, if you're not white, you go in with the tears, right? So like if black and white, it can only be one side.
Yeah.
You can't be on both sides. You can't be in the gray. So this is very interesting though. I like the way he said it, and it was really, really good. Like he was a bad A, man. Yeshua, telling those people in his face, and the first thing they want to do is throw him up a cliff.
Yeah, because I don't know about you, but any of the people today, they flock to these people, and it's like there's some people they don't like, but for the most part they love people. It's like they're not those the ones that preach the once saved always saved, the ones that preach that nice things that sound good. They don't. Nobody's after those people.
Well, it's not even just that. We're talking about all truth. Like when it comes to you can't tell. There's certain people that if they're in the FE community, you can't say that they're not truthers. Right? Or they may not be good people. They'll have a fit because they know that the earth is measured flat. Now they're saints, but they're not.
Yeah.
I hear them talk so wicked about people. Shoot, they talk wicked about me all the time. And I get it. They're just human. But they're part of the problem that they keep pointing fingers at. Like, ooh, the elites, the Trumps, the government, this XYZ. But then they talk just as bad as they do about each other. They just do. Mm-hmm. So they are part of the problem. They are the way this culture is. I mean, change my pride. Anybody disagree with that?
I think.
Yeah, it's like they think they're better than everybody, but then they point the fingers at it. Dude, it's no different than somebody that's came to their constitutionalists. We had one on. Remember, we had one on our platform. She got so mad at me because I was pointing out the truth.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's just like, and now I was asking her, I was well, yeah, what about this? And it just got her Agent Smith came out.
Yeah, because the thing that I find fascinating about it is, and this is what I was taught. I sent him a video today. Sorry, I couldn't send it to everybody else. But there's an explanation that this guy gives, and Paulino's been saying it the whole time, is people get stuck in their own bubble, right?
Yes.
But the thing about it is, and this is what kind of clicked for me, I guess, is it's because they
create their bubble.
They create their bubble, yes. Yeah. And so that, I know it's kind of a weird concept, but that was the one thing that clicked for me, is it's not just because somebody told them, it's because they think it's their creation. It's their idea. Which is fascinating because we talk about the movie Inception, right?
Yeah.
And it's really not their idea, but they think it's their idea.
Yeah, I don't want to cut you off, but I want to make sure that I know where you want to go with it.
Go for it.
Yeah, because I'm just gonna ask you questions. Like we create our surroundings by the people we hang around, correct? Yeah. That's their bubble, even though they think that they don't think it that way. That's why all these like-minded people go together, right? Yeah. And that's what we talk about, the bubbles. That's why everybody's like, oh, FE, everybody's learning about it, and they're out there. No, they're not. You're in your own bubble. Yeah. You are hanging around other FE people. Oh, go ahead.
But what if you don't? But what if you don't hang around like-minded people? What if you hang around people Or what if you don't hang around anybody at all? Or what if you hang around a mixture of people?
Yeah, but I mean, your own
Then
belief
what?
system. Yeah, but are you hiding what you believe? I'm talking about, are you?
Well, everybody has their own belief system. The question is your belief system, does it align with what?
I guess I mean, you kind of broke up at the end, but what I was trying to ask you is like, are you holding back what you believe and not tell others? Then you're still creating your own distorted bubble. Not you,
No, I mean,
people. Like if a person is like, if a person has all these beliefs, right? Say they believe in the biblical cosmology, they believe in all these conspiracies, proven or unproven, but they believe them, but they never tell anybody. They have a distorted reality and a distorted bubble.
Well, how can you say it's distorted if, like, because you're not them? So how can you say that they have a distorted version of reality if perhaps they're just seeking like everybody else, and they haven't really determined or like what's true and what isn't true yet or not? They're just looking. So how can you say that they do any of us really know it? Assuming that our reality is manipulated, do any of us really know what is and what isn't true?
To a certain extent, but it depends. But
Yeah.
no, but no, yes, because everything has always got some type of lie or misled thing. But when you express it and you're looking for it, so you ask questions out loud, your bubble's expanding every second.
Yeah,
if you just keep it inside, your bubble just stays the same.
Yeah, that I think hits the nail on the head. Is, are you open and asking questions? Because this is what I find is when we ask questions and they get offended by the question itself, that it's being asked, they're stuck in their bubble. They're stuck with their own creation, their own idea. If you at least listen to it, right, and say, no, here's why, you've got some kind of backing. Now, then again, you have to address the backing. So there is truth, right? But like I said, it's difficult to find depending on the topic, right? There's some topics that are, thanks for the heart me. There's some topics you can find the truth, and there's some that you can't. Like, for example, a lot of the false flag events and things like that. Can you ever truly dig into and find the truth? Maybe, maybe not. But you can at least ask the question to get to the wrong answer. Like if you have the story, right, they give us a narrative and you ask the questions and it doesn't make sense, you know it's not the truth. You know it's a lie.
That's why I said, okay, go ahead.
Let me ask you this. Okay. Has anybody here, like, so you guys use AI, right?
No, I don't.
GPT or Genesis or whatever.
No.
Has anybody here, you haven't, I challenge you, ask it something that you know to be true and see if it'll give you a different reply. And then if it gives you a different reply, challenge it and keep questioning it, because and I did this the other day. I think I asked
it'll
it
change its
something
answer,
about,
right?
In regards to like it'll change its answer if you challenge it. And then if you there's times when you catch it and playing like little word semantics and you call it on it, and it'll actually say, oh, okay, yeah, I'm I'm doing that. Like, but and so like I think people do that. They play like these little word games with you sometimes. And those are the ones that generally get upset when you're asking them questions.
I mean, like there's a lot that goes into that though. So like it depends on how you ask it, right? And what's the narrative. You have to almost isolate it to a point that it can only answer it a certain way, and you got to make sure that it answers it outside the bubble you're looking for. Right. If you want more of the reality thing. Now, the problem with this chat is it's made to be agreeable. If it knows that you want to think that Trump is Antichrist, it will lean that way. No matter what you do to it, it's going to lean that way. That's why you're better off going the opposite way and tricking it that way. That's your best point, because it's trying to agree with you. Chelsey knows. She just did the research on it.
I did.
And I've been telling her this whole time, and then she freaked out. You have to ask it in the altar side. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's basic. It's trainable. Like everybody talks about it, but nobody like I guess they say it, but it's like they don't realize it. Everybody says you have to train your AI, but then when they
train it to be in their bubble.
But and they don't realize it. And then when you ask it, and they're like, "Oh, hey, look, I asked this, and then it did this, and then I asked this, and it did this." But you're the one asking the questions, and especially if you only ask it a certain way, then it's always going to give you what you want. Like he's saying, you are training your AI to be accommodating to you. However that is, whether it's for or against, in, out,
conspiracies. Now, like this is going to really sum it up really quick. Like everybody's making a big deal about these Epstein files, right? Everybody give me one in the chat. There's a big deal on this Epstein thing, right? Well, this is a truther's nightmare. It really is, because you know why? Most truthers aren't that smart. Let me tell you why. Change my pride. Because they want to believe the worst, which puts them in the negative to begin with. They believe everything that's in that Epstein thing is real. Come on, guys. You guys see all these clips everywhere. Oh my God, they just released it. They could put a soul into another one. Now, if I'm the government or I'm the elitists or any of these people that are trying to control us, love you TikTok shop, and I knew I was releasing these, I would put that in there. Why wouldn't I? Hey man, let's put in there that we can switch souls, man. And then let's put everything that we want them to think that's true. We're gonna put it in here. And then when it's released, I go, oh man, they can do souls. Look at this is right here in the Epstein's file, blah blah blah. And now they all believe it. I knew it was true, man. I knew they could do it. I knew Jim Carrey's not really Jim Carrey. I just knew they do all this stuff. See? Why? Because it was in the Epstein's files? It goes against logic. It's easier for me to write an email saying that than it is to actually put a soul into another soul. Which one's easier?
So I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying in regards to that. But if we go down that rabbit hole, not saying that it's true or not. All I'm saying is that so. Let's take that particular scenario out the window. Let's throw that out the window. Let's just say that all of the things that are so-called released within the files that they just released here recently, all of that has already came out already. Like that came out in I think 2014. Like.
Well, some of it confirms
it isn't anything new.
The Eatsagate and all that. Like they got more files that confirm more things. I think the most outrageous ones are the ones that, even with the UFO files and all these other things that they're doing, people just believe it because they're released. But then they say you can't trust the government or the elites anyway because they lie. But then when they release something like that, then they're like, yes, it's true.
But if you've been doing your research all along, like, do you
then why are there so many truthers saying that you can switch souls into somebody's body, or they believe cloning's real?
I think they believe cloning is real because of the cloning.
How do we know that was real?
That happened in the 90s?
That's what I'm saying.
We don't. We don't know that it's real, but there is. I think. So
there again, it's the government. I can make a patent on anything.
So
it doesn't have to work to make a patent. Yeah. Right. See, and people use the patent. Chelsey and I.
Correct on that. But generally, as a general rule, though, if there's a patent, as a general rule, if there's a patent,
no, it's not correct. Most patents don't work.
Is that not correct?
Well,
it's just an idea, just to make sure somebody else can't use your idea.
It's like a high percentage it doesn't work actually. It's like I got this widget, I got this widget, and I don't want nobody to steal my widget, so I'm gonna make a patent on my widget. Number 10495.
Yeah, I was gonna say, anybody remember the guy with the wheel, and he's like, "This is help file a patent."
Yeah. I mean, they get you on that, but it's really interesting.
In the concept
yes.
Intellectual property.
Why not just like copyright?
Well, because you can't. I think it's a mechanical.
Because you can improve on product design after you own the conceptual and intellectual property.
Yes.
You don't have to have it work. You can make it work.
So like the interesting part is, like I said, if you want to control people, look how this was so easy for you. And you're a truth seeker, but you went straight to the patent. And I've been telling Chelsey patents about like what 7-8 years ago.
Yep.
I go, watch. They're gonna start using these patents. Watch.
Well,
and,
that's something.
Yeah. I know. I'm not faulting you. I'm just saying. I already knew this is like part of their scam because people believe the people that they say they can't believe because they lie. I don't get it. You can't, not you, but people can't believe NASA and the government and the whole NASA thing, but they'll believe CERN. I always say that over and over again. Mm-hmm. They'll believe CERN will go back in time to change underwear. I'm going back to the underwear again.
Oh no.
They're obsessed with underwears, man. They got the Depends, and then they got the whole Fruit of the Loom thing. I was like, what's up with them? What? Which one? The Depends?
I've heard that one.
Yeah, Depends or Depends.
Yeah, did it have an S or no S? And I'm like, I don't care about no old people's drawers.
But CERN is basically, that's short for Cernunios. That's
right.
Yeah,
I know that, but it doesn't mean they're going through time though, or breaking barriers, or alternate dimensions.
No, it's easier just to change a few things, throw out a few books and commercials. It's like, oh, that never existed.
Yeah.
Well, no, I remember that. No, you're mistaken. And no more now. You got a conspiracy. They went back in time. No, fool. They convinced a couple of people and gave them some money, saying, hey, change this logo. Act like it never existed.
Like Sinbad. I got on Sinbad. All right, Sinbad. We all know, if you're older, that horrible movie that he made when he was a genie, right? We all know it. It existed. It was horrible. It was a crap.
I liked it.
What was that?
You
called?
liked it?
I don't remember that. What was it called?
Do you know what it's called, babe?
Sinbad.
What was that called?
Shazam.
When he was a genie.
Shazam. And then
and so it was a horrible.
Not to be mistaken for Kazam.
Yeah, not Kazam. But it was horrible. Horrible movie. I didn't like it. The girls, actually, my girls did like it.
See?
Hold on. But what I'm saying is, it didn't really do well at the box office, right? And that's how they call it horrible anyway, right? So if you did a horrible movie and you wanted to forget you even made that movie, and then somebody offers you money that if you act like you forget that you ever even made this movie, I'll give you X, Y money. $1 million, Sinbad, to say that you never made this thing that nobody liked anyway. Okay. Why not? He's an actor.
He wasn't doing that great.
Not when he did that one,
financially set or anything. They gave him enough money to go ahead and pretend.
Yeah,
you probably made more money playing pretend than he did acting.
Yeah, I was gonna say you said this too. Is they do the things in like movies in threes, and it's like they gotta. You always talk about how they start somewhere. Like you use not Dave Chappelle. Tupac.
Yes.
Yeah, Tupac, and how he came out, and we showed that video on one of the shows, and everybody's like, "Whoa, where did this come from?" But he was on the with the guy that does the Humpty Dance,
yes.
And he's on there. He's there, and you can find his interview and all these things.
And you can see both clips. They had it before they thought before Tupac even was going to be famous.
Yep.
They had him. He was just a backup dancer for Humpty.
Hold up.
Okay, go ahead.
Hold up, I'm lost.
Because the same thing. He's just playing a role, is what we're saying.
Yes.
Like you can't trust people that play roles. Like Tupac was very feminine, and he went to a school for the performing arts. Like, he was very well. I mean, he was always feminine. I think he was just playing Bishop the whole time. Have you ever watched Juice? Because he went from Juilliard like type school, very feminine, flamboyant, backup dancer, to Tupac, the gangster rapper, and he played that role of Bishop in between there within months. And they did that Nothing But Trouble movie with Dan Aykroyd and all that silly, goofy movie, and he was still just a backup dancer, even when they released the first Humpty song. And by the time they re-released it, because Tupac was coming out, they changed the video and had him up on a throne. Here's my boy Tupac, and now he came out and did some little rap. So it was all planned out, man. There's even interviews of his friends saying, yeah, that's not Pac. He's just still acting like Bishop. His friends. close friends would say that.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
I just want to see.
Yeah, we don't know where the roles
because
go.
I was lost there for a
You know what I
second.
mean? Like, do they start when they first show us to them? Is that the contract? Is that the contract?
It's interesting. It's interesting. It's interesting that you brought that up, because I was going to ask about what was it? Have you ever read the book? It's like Secrets of
No, but I'll look it up if you can help me. What is it? Secrets of what?
What's it about?
It's like it's about
Oh, that's why.
It's about how like the
What is
CIA
Lol?
kind of uses it's like
Yeah.
I gotta get the right title, but it's like Secrets of Laurel Canyon or something like that. But like it's about how the CIA uses They started with like the hippie generation. Actually, it started before that.
Right
around the
like MK Ultra and all that type of stuff
with the counterculture.
Yes.
Yeah, like with the counterculture, they started.
Yes.
They started.
That's
using,
why I
like,
know it. Yes.
LSD and things of that nature, and the
Yes,
music
psychedelics.
and the arts and sciences. Yeah, to kind of socially
helter-skelter,
engineer society.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And then also, but if you take it back to you take it back to Plato's Republic. He would always say how like the arts, the sciences.
I totally agree. I mean, that's how they do it. Like I said, there's so many people here that they say like you can't believe, these people, but then they believe because they release something. Now they say it's real. But why? I mean, why do that? I want you to show me. I want you to show me a clone from beginning to end. It's almost like evolution, right? They always show us those cartoons. There's the Big Bang, and then they show like this rock coming out of the water, and before you know it, it's yada yada. It's starting to grow into something, and then yada yada, it's a fish-looking thing. Yada yada, it's a monkey. Yada yada, it's a human. So like it's like they yada yada so much stuff in there. Like they just told us that was the sheep that came out, but they haven't did anything since then. Why didn't they clone a whole bunch of meat then for everybody? I mean, it's like really weird that they think that.
Well, I mean, there are.
It's theories, but
that's what they're thinking.
It makes more sense. Like it's easier for me to convince people that I'm cloning people. Right? It's easier to convince them that I'm cloning people than it is to clone people. It's easier for me to make a rubber mask and have them put a mask on than it is to clone somebody.
But so why don't you believe in clone? Is that because
logically it makes no
evidence
sense?
Of it, or is it because you got to remember?
Because if they're going to clone something, they would just clone it for themselves so they could keep on being reborn. There's no reason to do. Why would you clone a celebrity and then put another thing, blah, 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 in that? Why would they do that when they could just clone themselves and they would always outlive everybody? Wouldn't that be easier?
But if these people, I mean, it may be easier, but if these people are really psychopaths,
yeah.
Like, I mean, I'm not a psychopath, so like I'm not gonna sit up here and pretend to try to think how a psychopath thinks.
Either way, it's all about control, right? So every single one, they can't all be psychopaths, because if they're all psychopaths, they'd all be unaliving each other. No, I don't see them.
Isn't that what they're doing?
No, I don't know. Like who's going at each other?
Well, everything that's going on. Like, what's going on? Didn't they just Hillary and
I mean, that's not going against each other. I mean,
Because here's what's funny about that too. Well, see, again, then it's all talking in hypotheticals. You don't really know, because we don't know them. We've never met them. We've never met their family. We don't know their inner workings. Like I know Paulino always says all the time.
Evil people.
Yeah, that's for sure.
That's it. That's how it seems to be.
Yeah, and then he even says too. It's like, oh, shoot, now I lost it. Dang it. like it's like if they're really secret societies, right? It's like they're not doing a good job of keeping things secret.
Yes.
So, again, is it?
Or maybe like
It could be.
the Most High is just revealing everything.
I think the Most
Could
High
be
is
that.
revealing that people believe everything, which is part of the great deception, right?
Yeah.
It's the grand illusion. It's like they believe everything. Like I said, they believe everything everything that's in the Epstein files. I see so many, it's only truthers that are really doing it, that are sharing everything on Epstein's files as it's real. Like everything is 100% real.
But then the other thing too is like, are all
I think
truthers
most
really
truthers aren't true.
Maybe they're
I think most truthers
maybe
aren't
they're
truthers.
maybe they're what
Most true.
you think what?
It's easier
Yeah,
to lie
I think most
than it is to
truthers
tell
aren't
the truth.
truthers.
Sure. Yeah.
Because they think if they find truth in one thing, that makes them a truther. No, it's not. Now you're just isolating your own bubble. But you don't know the truth about admiralty law. You don't know the truth about like all these other things, our men and women's relationships, the Jezebel spirit. Like you can call it the Jezebel spirit, or you can just call it feminism, whatever one you want to call it. But they don't know the roads to it. They don't know anything about that. They don't know their culture. They don't know about the nuclear family, getting rid of that. They don't know about all these other things, but they still call themselves a truther. So they really don't know. A truther, by definition, is a truth in all things person. Because you can't just have a truth in one thing.
Concur. But I also think that a lot of people don't really like. It's like, okay, you start going down those rabbit holes,
You know what's so funny?
and if you're not careful, it'll
Oh yeah.
it'll
We
depress.
had
It makes you depressed.
we had somebody on the other
So
day. She
so
came
maybe
in. She said she was finding all this stuff, and she's like, "How do you deal with it?" And that's why anytime I think somebody, especially when they're first starting out or have a first initial bubble pop, like a lot of people woke up in 2020. We had another one. I think another revelation, kind of in like there's another one in 2012. There's another one. I'm trying to think of the other ones. 17. So there's these little sections where people tend to be more aware of the things going on, right? And so when that happens, it's exactly like you say. And then they're like, oh my gosh, if this one thing is a lie, what else is a lie? And then they go diving. But again, when people do that, I think what happens is what he's saying is they believe everything they read, everything they see, everything they hear, because now that they know one thing's a lie, now this next thing's a lie, now the next thing's a lie, now the next thing's a lie.
Or everything's the truth.
It brings them to bring a susceptibility to that, because they're like, now I can't believe anything, but I believe everything. It's kind of it puts you in this weird psychological point. Like you said, you get depressed. But that's why you have to balance it out. Like I said, if you do the truth in all things, like you find a little bit in everything and don't go too crazy, take your time with it. I don't think you end up with the same result, but it's just me.
The thing that fascinates me, say you got the truth in one thing and you put so much effort just in that, like say cosmology, right? You're so in it, somebody's so far in it that you know it's so inside and out. Yes, the tortilla is flat. Even if you flip it, it's still flat. And then you want to go on here and just, all you do is just want to go and find other people you're saying you want to do it to help them open their eyes, but all you're doing is yelling at them, calling them names, when that's not the way you found out about it. Like most people didn't find out or come across that thing by getting yelled at and being called stupid and all these. And so if it didn't work with them, right, why do they think it's going to work on everybody else? It doesn't make sense. But so like say you have 1,000 hours learning it, and now you've been doing this and preaching it for 3,000 hours. Yelling at people, let's go hunting for globies or whatever. I don't know if that's a TikTok thing or not. Sorry, TikTok. But yeah, let's go after these people and do this X, Y, Z. It doesn't make sense to me. Why aren't you learning something else with that 3,000 hours? Maybe learn how to approach people better.
Look, I'm not
saying you are. I'm saying it for the audience as well.
My thing is, and I don't even think, I think when you start being able to have a decent conversation about certain topics without calling names, then you've lost, you know, you've lost the ability to what's the word I'm looking for? To be effective. You see that in politics a lot, the left versus right paradigm. And then, I get like people tend to take sides or whatnot, but that always leads to 9 times out of 10, that's going to lead to an argument as opposed to just being neutral.
Thank you.
And trying to have a discussion.
And I get it. And the thing is, that's why I said, can you handle the truth? Because most people can't. They can't handle the truth so much, and now they're believing, like I said, everything that comes out is the truth now. Everything Epstein's files is, that they release is true. And they're not using any discernment. Like, it doesn't make sense to me that just because they believe that they say it, they believe it now. I always knew it was correct. Where's the proof? I want proof. And like, if they're going to clone somebody, and they go, oh, well, then you'd have to start cloning them at the exact same time the other person was born, right? So the ages would be about the same. Or you could go within 10 years because they'd be, oh, they look younger now, whatever. If you believe that, so that had to be the plan from the jump. It would have to be.
Yeah, I haven't heard that one. I just researched that you just
right, but you would have to do it from the how are you going to make a 40-year-old or 50-year-old Jim Carrey look like a 50-year-old Jim Carrey? I guess you could always say he had plastic surgery and looks younger. And then the scars, they'd have to cut the scars on people. And did you know, like, even if if you have twins, they don't even have the same birthmarks. So they would have to put birthmarks and tags and scars from falling off their bike. And there's a lot that goes on to everything to do that. You even got that moron with that Hansen guy. Oh, look at your lip. Look at the crack. Look at that. And he circles them, right? Look. Yeah. So, like, there's a lot that goes on. I just can't believe that I knew it was true, man. We were talking about it, blah, blah, blah. I'm telling you, they're throwing all that up to cover up the reality of the things that I think are true in there. It's more logical. Like all the things with the, youngsters and the different fruit they were calling them and food and that, because that can be done so easy as it comes to reality. It doesn't take much to do that, to go grab a little, from a mall or wherever. And you know what I mean? It's right. That's what I'm saying. But that's the part that that's the part that I know is the reality part. But people are almost losing focus on that, and they want to know the other part, the cloning part, all these, these other spectacular weird things, time travel and putting souls into other people's bodies, and you get what I mean? That's the stuff that they really care about and that they're pushing.
But we should just,
it's kind of overlooking the rest of the other part.
Yeah, it's shadowing it, which it absolutely should not.
And that's what it was meant to do, I think.
Like, I know, like, sea level in there says might be surprised at the technology you have. And that's what you're saying with CERN. Everybody says we have the technology, but have you seen it?
Yeah. I think if you guys all right, I don't even know how much it would cost to dig a hole and put a ring around. But dude, I can convince you that I have CERN. I put it in my 2006 Saab Turbo. It can actually go through different dimensions. See? But you guys won't believe me, but the government goes, hey, we just made this time travel machine out of, it wasn't a DeLorean the whole time. It was a 2006 Saab.
They say they hide a lot. If it's hidden, how do you know about it?
You know what I mean? No, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They won't believe me, but
Thanks, lady.
Well,
they say that too.
Then it's not hidden.
But it's not, I don't think it's true either.
Well, look, hold up. Obviously, it's hidden because look at how many stuff they hide in plain sight that they're
like
stealing.
The milk cartons.
I don't know.
They literally hide it in plain sight.
I don't see. You know what?
No,
I think that's a misnomer. It's a misnomer, Chris. It's a misnomer. They call it hidden in plain sight, so you think it's hiding, but it's not really hiding. It's just you weren't paying attention.
That's a fact.
I know. No.
It's not
No. I am speaking out of I am speaking out of pure experience here.
It's just like that. It's like all the laws. Real quick.
I'm gonna give you.
Let me do this one. Okay. It's like all the laws, right? Oh man, they tell us it does this, but it really the laws are this. They're hiding it. No, you have to go to a library. You have to actually do some study, and that's not hiding it. It's not like all these things that we know that are truth that you can dig in and go do research is not hidden. People would rather, yeah,
it's there.
Yeah,
it's there,
but it's not
maybe
hidden.
You didn't know it was there. Maybe because you never heard it. You never heard about it. So, but to you, if I've never heard about something, and everybody else, well, not everybody, but some people have heard about it, and I haven't heard about it, and I never even thought about hearing about it, and now I'm just finding out. To me, that's hidden.
Why does it got to be in the open?
Readily out in the open. And so basically, like we're talking about, it's kind of
it's reality. It's like reality, right? I mean, it's like
if you really want to look at it. But I was gonna use an example of some of the things that they do with the kids, like CPS, for example.
Yeah, real careful
CPS,
on this one.
I've seen CPS do some shady stuff.
I know.
Okay. I've seen them. I've seen them do some shady stuff. There's things that go on in the foster care system that's questionable. So it's like, what are you really doing? Like, could it be like a secret network? I don't know, but
you know what's interesting about that?
A lot of that financial.
Yeah.
They make more money when they can keep, like, they circulate the money just like they were doing in Minnesota. Mm-hmm. Kind of shows you pay somebody, you pick this kid up to go there, and you pay them to get there, and then you pay for the travel company, blah blah blah. Care of them. You pay for them, and then none of it's happening at all.
Yeah. See, and I look at that. That's.
Yeah. Hold up. But did you research? What was it?
Thank you for the heart me.
What was his name? He's out of break.
Jimmy Savile. That sounds familiar.
Did you research that? Savile and what he was doing with the young boys and utilizing the.
We probably have.
I mean, because there's corruption. There's corruption everywhere.
Yeah, I was gonna say that was gonna be kind of my point. It's like I'm going back, like the medical system, right? Tons of people go into the medical system, right? And we know how that works. There's some genuine people. They go in, all they want to do is help people, and they go through the system. They learn the indoctrination, and they say, "I'm helping people by doing these things." But the fact is, the truth is, that is not the case. But they think they are, and then you have the people that know about it and don't care, and then you have the people that 100% believe it and think they're doing the right thing. Because that's the crazy part, is these people that in our eyes, right, are doing evil things might think they're doing good in their own version. Yes. And that's the scary thing, and that's what that kind of goes back to our talks kind of the last week, is like, where is your basis for good and evil? It's like, if you cannot nail that down, or if you go by the definition of the world's definition of good and evil is very fluid, and it changes through time. So it's like, you have, even if you don't agree, like, we'll take religions for example, right? You got Christianity, you got like Muslims and stuff, right? They believe two different things, but they don't both think they're right. No one wants to think they're wrong. But those are still two different definitions of good and evil.
Yeah, they both think they're right.
They both think they're right, but they're two different definitions of good and evil.
Yes.
So
travel through time, so time travel.
No proof.
There's what now?
I said
it's easier to lie to you than tell you the truth.
I said I've traveled through time, so I know time travel is true. I just don't know how to go. I just don't know how to go back now. I mean, I went forward now. I figure out how to go back.
So what are you saying, Kenneth? About lying?
No, it's easier for them to lie to you than tell you the truth, right? Because you'll believe that lie before you leave the truth, and then they laugh at you because they're like,
I agree with that. It's like when they release these files and they go, "Oh, these people are going to believe like switching souls is real, time travel is real," and like they're just laughing.
Because here's the thing, and this is something I had to learn, and you taught me this, is because I didn't pay attention to people. I just didn't. I didn't growing up. I didn't pay attention. I'm like, I don't like them. I don't need to bother with them. And so we've been doing all these deep dives into psychology and watching people, right? But he's been doing it his whole life, and he had to deal with this. And he has, like, and people that have lived through this know, if you watch somebody who lies, they don't just 100% give you a lie. It's not convincing. You can call them out like that, right? They don't give you an outright lie. No. They don't tell you the truth either. Right. They won't ever admit to being at fault. They take a little bit of the truth and they mix it with their lie. Yes. And that's why everybody's confused. Everything's muddied. That's why you can't believe everything they say. It's not even to say, like everybody's saying, it's not even to say that part of it is not true. Part of it probably is true, but that's where the discernment comes in. You have to figure out what is and what isn't.
Okay.
Well, that's what's going on with these files. Like, there's a lot of truth.
Agreed.
Yeah, like CERN, right? We can all agree that CERN exists. Right. I mean, but we agree that it exists. I don't know what CERN is. Like, I don't know if they're just worshiping the deity. They're making money. They're making money.
Because they're obviously worshiping something.
Yeah.
Yeah. So so I don't know if it's just a deity or if they really do.
Well, like people that are worried about it too, I don't know. Right? Regardless if it's good or bad, they're putting energy towards it. Just thinking about it, thinking it's real.
It's very true.
They're about to start that up again. They're about to do this again. It's like a talisman. I always like to mention it about a rock. You meet your wife on a beach, and there happen to be this shiny stone that you pick up. I mean, that becomes a memory for you guys, both of you. You put it on your mantle. Every time you see it, you remember that time when you met them, and yada yada yada. You can even pass it down, right? If you wanted to, but that's what gives it the power, right? Is that? But to everybody else, it's just a rock.
Let me ask you this. What does it matter if they're doing something nefarious or
Which
not,
part?
and whether or not you believe it? What matters is, so say they are.
I just don't like liars.
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't like liars either.
That's mine.
Thank you.
But say they are. Say whether or not they're doing something nefarious or not. What does it matter if you believe that they're doing it or not? The fact of the matter is that they're doing it, and if they're in a position of power.
Are you talking about me? Like, why does it concern me?
Society.
For me, I can tell you because
no, I'm just not you. I'm just saying in general. If what does it matter if people believe it or not? The fact of the matter is that they may or may not be doing it, and if they have power, meaning i.e. political power and influence, then that means that they're able to influence the things that are around you. So whether or not they're doing it or not, they're obviously gaining something from it, and they believe what they're doing. So
for me, the reason why, I can answer it from my way, but it leads people astray, right? If people are so worried about doing this research on CERN or cloning or all these other things, for one, it makes people, they're using their money, so that means they've got to be in more slave taxes and whatnot. But that takes away time for them researching the ultimate truth, which is the Most High. Like anything that takes you away, that's all they got to do. They just got to get you to not know and study the Father. That's all they have to do. They don't have to do anything else to make it Antichrist, right? It's like anything. If they can get you to just doubt one word in there, 10 words in there, or never have time to pick it up, but you can believe in like a politician or a celebrity, or you get so distracted that you just want to know about the truth of CERN or the truth of these other things, cloning or Jim Carrey being a clone or not. Love you, TikTok shop. Anything like that. That's all that really matters, because it's taking you away, especially if you don't know the Father and you're spending that time that you could be knowing. I'm coming from a biblical, this is just me right now. For me, It takes people away from that. They're not going to ever know that because they're too busy worried about trying to get through Antarctica to the other side, and then they're too busy yelling at either people. Doesn't matter if they believe in the other way or this way, or they don't like the way this other person's doing it. Oh, this person's trying to be too famous as he's trying to spread truth, and that's not right. Who are they to say it's right? Like, do you know the Most High? See, like anything to get you distracted is Antichrist.
Like, for example, Chris, you have heard us talk about the veils, right?
Yes.
So as you go and you go down the veils, you learn more things, you gain more information, right? But as you go down, you're harder to control, correct? Because you're seeking truth.
Yes.
So how do you handle those people?
Yes.
You give them something to chase. It's just another level.
Yeah.
Just like the sports. So if you're at
100%.
level 1 on the veils, you have sports. Then level 2, you have politics. Level 3, you have the Mandela effect. Like it's just a series. They're trying to. So as you do learn truth, you are gaining truth. They're also hitting you with more and deeper lies. They have to mix it in, otherwise
they don't want you to go to the Elohim,
the
man.
flat out truth.
Because everything goes back to it. But if they can make it hard for you to go there or distract you on the way there that you get so caught up in a rabbit hole, like you like to say, then they've done their job. You just have to be distracted enough so that you never do that. That's Antichrist.
No, I get that. That I don't think that was that wasn't quite what I was asking. My question. I think my question was more geared towards what does it matter if whether or not you believe what they say that they're doing or not? The fact of the matter is that they.
Wait, who's they?
And that they have the power and influence. But they.
Oh wait, you're talking about from the other side, the people that are making No, they don't. They don't believe it.
Yeah, from the other side. Yeah.
They don't have to believe it. They just gotta get you to believe it.
Well,
dude,
no, I'm
They
saying.
don't believe their own bullshit.
I'm saying that. Let's say that they did believe it. Let's say that. What would it matter because they have the power and influence, whether or not you believe?
We'll go back to this. Yeah, we'll go back to this. This might answer the question. This probably will answer your questions, and this goes back biblically again, because they believe they're the ones that are the bloodline believe that they are descendants of Cain, right? The royal families, some of the Jewish people, right? Hold on. Right. But they believe that, and they rule accordingly. That's why it doesn't mean that they believe that CERN goes through dimensions. It doesn't mean they believe in all that. They know that they need that for trickery for everybody else to get them away.
No, I wasn't talking about that, though.
Yes.
I wasn't talking about that. I was just saying in general, and you kind of just proved my point. It doesn't matter what you believe, they believe it. So if they believe it, and if they have the power and the influence to control all of society, it doesn't matter if you believe it or not. They're the ones that are influencing everything. So you have to figure out a way. You as an individual have to figure out a way.
Yeah, so I did that. That's why I created this.
That's all I was trying to
Elohim had me do this. This is my only way. This is my way to reach people. That's why I only merely plant seeds. I don't try to change anybody's mind. I can merely plant seeds, and if they don't want to listen anymore, they do their own due diligence, do their research, and they've been served in a place I notice. Next. That's it. Like, I don't need to be, I only need to either just plant the seed and leave. It doesn't have to be a long period of time with me. Like, that's my purpose. I don't know what everybody else's purpose is. Some other people's purpose is pretty simple. But a lot of people think their purpose is to spread truth, but they're not even seeking out the truth. How do you spread the truth if you don't even seek the truth? You're spreading.
No, I agree with that. How do you even seek it?
And you're just doing one truth, right? A part of a truth. Go ahead. Go ahead, Kenneth.
Yeah, you can't call me a liar unless you go. You can't call me a liar unless you go do the research and You know what I mean? And it comes out false, right?
Right.
Well, a lot of their shit comes out false, but a lot of their shit kind of comes out kind of true.
It's all distraction, though.
Right. It's always kind of true. It's never the whole truth.
Leads a lot.
Whether we want to believe it or not.
One of Paul's favorite things is like you have people that believe that the Earth is flat and that we're in a containment of some sort, but they believe aliens put us there. And so that one...
Yeah. How can aliens put us there if they came from another planet and we live on a flat thing?
So, like,
it's impossible.
So, like, that's what I'm saying, but there's other people that have different things. Like, they just went down a different, like Chris would call it, a rabbit hole. But it's really fascinating to me that people get really caught up and these release of files from people that they say they can't trust that has these files to begin with. That's my whole point. If you can't believe the people that wrote the files, kept the files, left them away from you, leaked some files, and then let them all out, but you say you can't believe any of them, but then you believe everything that's in there, it doesn't make sense. It goes against all logic.
See, what I don't, like Paulino said, I don't understand. Yeah, you're flat earther, you believe the earth is flat. How can you believe that Mars had aliens on it and came and populated the earth? You can't be a flat earther and have it doesn't make sense. Because it goes against it biblically. If you go down the rabbit hole biblically, it explains it all in black and white.
If you're a biblical cosmologist, I can't see how you can believe in aliens. But I've seen those too. So, hey, Truth Repeater, what's up?
Hey, what's going on, Phil? Hey, I like the topic today. And I love the soundbite, bro.
Oh.
Zelda Breath of the Wild soundbite.
It's really interesting that, like I said, we have people that are supposedly truthers, but they believe everything that comes out of that Epstein files. I'm just only using them because they believe everything that came out. Oh, I always knew it was true. The cloning is true, and this is true. There's no evidence of any of it. It's just another distraction to me. To cover up what they were doing with all the little ones, in my opinion. Because I know that's easier to do that. And it's easier to put a mask on somebody than it is, or Botox or anything, than it is to actually put a soul into another body. My opinion.
Yeah, and the thing is,
you're not putting a soul in a body. Nobody is. God is. That's it.
Go ahead, Truth Repeater.
Yeah, and the thing is that we're dealing with a lot of truthers here, so it makes it even more illogical that the people that claim to deal with evidence, things that they can see, observe on their own, and if there is no, evidence to uphold what we're being told, it should automatically be thrown into trash, or at least at minimum, questionable.
I see a whole bunch of them, man. It's like almost everybody's releasing them are that, and it doesn't matter what cosmology you believe. If you believe you're a truther, they're all jumping on that bandwagon. Like, I always knew it was that. I believe it was that. I was like, wow. I can't get. I mean, I was saying this before that even happened. Like with the whole CERN thing, they'll announce that NASA lies and the government and the elites that run all that, but they'll believe everything they believe about CERN and time travel or dimensions and all this. But it's the same people saying they're just saying something different. Like, they're liars. That's all you got to know.
Yeah, exactly. Once a liar, like I already said. You already automatically question anything that comes out of their mouth as either misinformation, skewed information that has been altered. I mean, either one is acceptable, but taking it at face value, I think, is automatically a detriment to anything that you're trying to accomplish.
Oh, yeah. So, the thing that I think is interesting, too, is again, I'm going to say again, I don't know if you were in here with the whole Tupac thing, but these people are actors. I'm not saying all of them in Hollywood. Some people actually make it off the street and make it in there. They have to have the minority, that little splinter for reality. It's the same thing with the Masons, right? Not every Mason that's 33 degree knows everything. They just don't. You need the ones that can have plausible deniability because they don't know. But anyway, like if you're an actor, like all right, the whole Britney Spears. Remember you guys remember Britney Spears where she did all the weird stuff, that she went through that weird time and then cut her hair all off and all that stuff? And they're like, oh, it's MK Ultra, it's this, it's X, Y, this. Yeah, I remember. But
still going
that could be her
time.
role. I mean, I'm saying that's her role, is to act that weird and everything, so people can think it's MK Ultra and it's all the Disney kids and it's all this.
Well,
I'm not saying that I know. I'm just saying it
really
could be that. But who cares? I don't care. Put out a song.
Yeah.
I don't care about anything else. Put out a song. Jim Carrey can be switched. Is he still funny? See, look at this. This is me. I can sound like an a-hole. I think some of his movies are funny, but that's what I'm saying. But if you say that if you think he's funny, like what I'm saying is like, is he still funny? Oh, they cloned David Chappelle because he's thick now that he's 25, 30 years older. How dare he get thicker and bigger? He cloned him. Then why didn't they make him skinny still then? Why the hell didn't they make him skinny? I'd be mad if I was the clone. You made me a clone and I got to worry about my weight? You know what I mean? And now people are making fun of me? Why didn't you make me skinny like the other David Chappelle? But anyway, is he still funny?
It's weird. It's definitely weird. And the one thing I want
Fox thing was my favorite
thing is that we have to remember these are groups within groups within groups, so that they can be hidden by things that are on the surface. So when we see a Mason on the street, it's 100% likely, and I use that because maybe not 100%. That's maybe a little bit too far, but it's more than likely that they have no idea what's actually going on with the inner group, and then
they'll stick up for it with belief. Mm-hmm. We don't do that. What are you talking about?
Yes,
I'm 33, and not me, people. Don't get on me, or they get me on my beard and stuff. But you know what I mean? Like if I was a Freemason and I was going around saying that, they're gonna take that clip.
It's duality.
Yeah, it is duality. It is
it's
duality, physical and spiritual. That's duality. But anyway, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is like we don't know, just like he said, we don't know. And you could have some people that are kind of Lulu because of some kind of brainwashing MK Ultra, or it could be that that's just their role to be like, hey, we're gonna have you be famous, we're gonna let you sing, you're gonna be this, you're gonna be that, but you're just gonna have to play these roles, dude. Like she could be acting all crazy somewhere else, and then she's just living up on the beach like she is, right? She's driving a Bugatti, you know what I mean? She's like living it up. I just do that cuckoo sometimes. Who wouldn't do that? I mean, before I went down to all this solid truth stuff, who wouldn't do that? Be like, hey, because I'm an actor. If I wanted to be an actor, right? And I go, hey, I want to be an actor. You go, all right, Paulino, we're going to make you famous. And then you might have to act like you're a little cuckoo. Or you might have to act like you didn't make a movie that you really made, but it's going to be a bad movie anyway, brother. And we're going to pay you all this money. Do you want to do that? I'd be like, well, all right.
And they're going to tell everybody, no, it never existed.
Yeah. And then, I'd be like, all right, good. It never existed. Sweet. So I don't even have to claim the bad movie that I never made, that I did make, but I have to act like I didn't make. See? Anybody ever follow that?
That's
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like when Sinbad made that horrible movie, it was horrible anyway, even though Chelsea liked it and my kids liked it. But like, yes,
I was young.
That was a horrible movie. So like, if somebody's like, hey man, we're going to pay you money to act like you never made that horrible movie. And we're going to pay you more money than you made to make the horrible movie that we're saying that you never made. Okay. He'd be like, okay. Because he's an actor.
I do have to say something too, and you had touched on it, but I don't.
I know it gets confusing, but to me it winds up easy.
Is the other thing? It's just like the sports teams. Guess what? The sports team has no idea you exist. You just buy their merch, and that's what you're saying. Just buy the song. Like,
are you still funny?
If they're a clone, if they're not the real person, if they're the same person, if they're their person, like, what was their purpose? Their purpose was to entertain you for a movie.
Distract. Yeah. Like I don't want the same horrible person that was cloned to make the same horrible movies. Like I don't want Sinbad remaking that movie.
Why didn't they bring Marty?
Because he was probably one of the anomalies that made it on his own. Just, you get what I mean? They have to have those the anomalies for the natural. Like there's no link back to them anywhere. Like Kevin Hart, I don't buy his situation of coming up. Never liked him. Never cared for him. He has some funny movies. I just don't want I don't think that was a natural talent. To be honest with you. I agree with Cat Williams. I was saying stuff that Cat Williams said before Cat Williams said it on that show. You know what I mean? Like, dude, like he came out of nowhere, dude, and never did any stand up anywhere. Just came out of nowhere, and he had movie deals, had his own sitcom and stuff. And then he was just shoved. He's shoved down her throat, isn't he?
Oh yeah,
He's almost as bad as Mahomes.
I didn't even like him in anything. Yeah.
Yeah, well, he actually did a lot of Chinese
like
movies.
What?
Or something.
He did a lot of Chinese movies?
Or Japanese movies?
Kevin Hart?
Yeah, or something. A lot of Asian movies. He's very popular.
Yeah. Yeah, you're talking about like before he became as famous here? It's probably...
Yeah.
It's probably...
Yeah, I believe it.
It's probably...
Maybe it's Chris Tucker I'm thinking about. One of them... No, this was back in I want to say in the 80s that I remember watching some old kung fu movies.
Well, I have to look it up because he was really young when he came. Yeah, he said Kevin Hart, but Kevin Hart was
with who?
Yeah, Kevin Hart was really young when he came.
Maybe
out.
I don't know if it was Kevin Hart or
yeah, Chris Tucker actually was on the circuit, man. He struggled through. Had to, like that's what they're saying. Like just like when you, I don't know if you. Yes.
Yeah, but he fell off when that dude showed up.
Oh yes, yes.
No, he said he fell off.
No, he fell off.
He fell off after.
Yes.
He didn't see Chris Tucker anymore after that.
It's like one of these things. Like these people don't realize like all the stuff they have to go through. A lot of these comedians just to work their way up. But that's another
topic.
Rabbit hole. I don't know. yeah, topic. But yeah, it's like they're there for entertaining. I think what's very he might.
I'm not gonna have to
check
patent
this out.
my phrase.
For me, it's like, dude, they made the Inquirer and everything. Remember the Inquirer? My mom used to love reading the Inquirer and Star.
My grandma always did the puzzles.
Yeah, but you know what I'm talking about? Like those things made it perfect because it made you want to look behind the curtain, like, right? If they were a movie star, you wanted to know what they did. If, you know, like, I don't know, if they were a singer, you wanted to know what they ate. And then it got deeper and deeper and deeper. And then, like with MTV, right? They would go to their crib or you'd hang out with them or behind the scenes. I think they did that on purpose so that you would want to hang on every moment of these people. And it's like, what happened to like, dude, I don't care. I want to watch your movie. If you're supposed to be a funny guy, it better be effing funny. You know what I mean? If it's action, I want to see a lot of action. I don't care what you did outside of there. As long as you're not doing anything that's illegal against little, I don't really care. You can do whatever. Dude, you can have you can have non-biblical because you're the one who's going to pay for it, not me. That's the reason I'm saying it. I'm not condoning it. If you want to go have 1,000 blah, blah, blahs with a and you don't have to tell me. That's between you and the Most High because you're not going to hide it from him anyway. But you don't have to be blasting all over everywhere. It's like, nah. That's why they blow them up too much. Like, I don't care, like, the athletes catch the football.
Yeah, they used to just, like you said, they did movies, but then they once they became famous and they realized, I think people were following them, they're like, oh, well, now we're going to throw them into politics, even though they know nothing. We're going to throw them into politics. We're going to throw them into this. We're going to throw them to that. And then people just follow it.
Like the paparazzi, right? They wouldn't even be around and nobody cared.
Nah.
Go ahead.
We're waiting. Well, look, we're waiting for y'all to be famous. That way we can talk shit about y'all.
I'm waiting for it. I can't wait. I'm pointing to the Most High. That's the whole time. It ain't not about me. It's about him. I mean, I don't even like people. Love them all, but I don't like them all. I don't.
No. He don't even
like people. Most people I do not like. You know why? Because they're stuck on themselves. That's why. I don't really like people. I have to be like this to be what? Do you remember?
A spectacle.
I gotta be a spectacle. You know why? Because worldly people like worldly things. They like somebody they can glean from. Ooh, look at me. That's why. And all I'm here to do is put you on notice until you've been served. Seek the flat out truth, which is the Elohim, the Most High. You've been served. Next. That's it. I'm not here to like you can love me, hate me. I'd rather be more like you, like Yeshua, Jesus, where you didn't like me, to be honest with you. Because most people aren't going to, because that's what I mean. He was the truth. He spoke the truth and nothing but the truth. And that's the way it has to be. I mean, there is no gray area. You're wheat or tear. You're with us or you're against us. That's it.
Well, when I first met Chas, I told her I'd rather have somebody hate me for who I am, or love me for something 100%. I'm not.
Yeah, it's like that's what it should be about. It's like I said, anything that takes you away from the Elohim, seeking him out, which is, I mean, because we need a moral. We have no foundations for morality anymore, and that's one of the biggest problems with our country, our culture, families, our cities, right? Our communities is that. They're out of structure. They're out of function. They're just making their own way, making their own rules. Words don't mean things anymore. When they can tell you that a cure means that you're going to be fixed or be taken care of, how did we fall for that? Like, you know what I mean? Like they tell you, oh, I'm going to cure this, and then you still keep it forever. Because that's what it means, people. Yeah.
Are you talking about forever?
It's magic words.
It's spells, right?
Words. You hear what you want to.
Yeah, they tell you, hey, I'm gonna cure you of this. Oh, so all right, so you got to take this medicine for the rest of your life to prolong, maintain, and preserve it. Love you, TikTok shop. This is not medical advice, just common sense. But yeah, you can't even mention remedies. They don't really like that.
They do not.
It means to fix, make right. Yeah, who wants that? There ain't no money in that. They even convince it. Oh yeah, no worries. See you, Kenneth. Thanks for. Yeah, you too. Well, like, yeah, there's like, awesome. It's funny that. Oh yeah, it's funny that they convince us of that though. Like, oh, the remedy, you want the cure, right?
Yeah.
They would even say that, and it makes sense because they used to say this was really maybe 10, 15 years ago. People used to go around that were trying to speak truth. They'd go, "There's no money in the cure," but they didn't say it right because they thinking the cure meant to fix everything, but there is money in the cure because you have to keep coming back when you get a cure, right, guys? All the cures.
Yeah. These guys are going to be saying bye.
Oh,
nice.
All
right, have fun.
Yeah, get that popcorn. Popcorn's always good there at the movies.
All right.
Oh, I love movie
popcorn. She said stuff. So.
Anyway, so we got to drop off everywhere, don't we?
Yeah, we do.
I have my watch on, so that didn't help.
Yes, we do.
All right, everybody stay right here. We'll be right back in 30 seconds. We're gonna say goodbye to the rest of everybody else. If you guys want to join us and take off from where this topic leaves off, come here. The Flat Out Truth 33. On TikTok. Yes, 33, blah, blah, blah. Mason, we were talking about that. They don't have no rights to anything.
They do not.
Why do they get to have it? I like the number 33.
They stole it. We're taking it back.
I like the rainbow. No alphabet people get to claim that.
Yeah.
They can't call it pride when it was the promise of Yah.
Nope.
That's God's promise, and they think they can just take it. I'm taking it all back. Even if it's just me by myself, I'm taking it back. You guys can do whatever you want. I'm taking 33 back. I'm taking back the rainbow. I like the rainbow. Who don't like a really good rainbow? Sometimes you get a double rainbow, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Chelsey likes rainbows. I'm doing it for her and my kids.
Yep.
So I'm taking it all back. Anyway, let's say go to theflatouttruth.com.
Yep.
Join our private platform. You can go read the articles, post articles, ask questions, start a whole dialogue there without censorship. You can go there. When you go to the website before you join, you can see all of our social media where we are to be seen, right? Live, repeat, whatever. And then down to Chelsey.
Okay, and don't forget, so tomorrow, everybody that believes in the Bible, mostly in the Bible. If you don't believe in the Bible, you can come too. But the
remedies
calendar.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So we're doing a show on the biblical calendar tomorrow. Masterclass. Check him out.
Yeah, we would be teaching about the biblical calendar.
So we'll teach about the biblical calendar.
So it's biblical calendar versus Gregorian calendar. If you guys don't know the difference, come and check it out.
Yes, Gregorian lies. Then Thursday, JJ, who's down in the chat, follow him, guys. Friend him up. Sometimes you'll see him mod on our channel as well. He is going to be our special guest this Thursday. He's going to talk about all himself and his beautiful JJ's garden that he home grows. It's organic. He sings to it, takes tender loving care, and makes all sorts of awesome products out of it. Remedies, thank you. Yes. And that, so from hair products, remedies, we have Paul just left, but him and Daniel, they got his famous rub and say it works fantastic. And that's one of his
ailments and stuff. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. If you're feeling some aches and pains, grab you some JJ Rub.
Yeah, so he'll go through the process. It was very interesting when he told us on the phone, and he only gave us part of it. So I'm really curious to ask questions and all that good stuff.
Yep. So use the promo code Okay. Yeah.
So anyway, thanks for joining us. Everybody stay here on TikTok. Everybody that's not there, come here now. So anyway, I'm Paulino B Michael.
I'm Chelsey B Michael.
As always, be safe.
Be well.
And that's the flat out truth. Be back in 30.